Hello and welcome to Breakthrough Together. I'm Sharice,
And I'm Linda.
and our show is about personal empowerment, spirituality, even metaphysics. And our first topic is about the challenges of 2020 going into 2021. And
It's all about how we were coping and made it from 2020 all the way up dealing with COVID up to this point, 2021 now. What coping skills, what challenges you have been going through, and just share and open up and empowering ourselves with all of it.
yes, and we're very happy to be hosting our very first show. And we can't wait to just hopefully bond with all the viewers and as our title says, break through all these challenges together. So where would you like to start? There were so many challenges in the past year. We could start anywhere. There's like 1,000 things to talk about.
Exactly. Well, maybe we can start with each of us. Where and what were we doing at the time and the moment when it was shut down? Because
Yes.
when the shutdown happened, it was totally unexpected.
Mhm.
Did not know much what was going on. We knew something was happening worldwide. And then when we were finally told we need to shut down for safety, for our health, because there's something that's contagious going on. And until they can get a hold of it and be able to address it and help us to cope with it and get past it, we need to all stay inside, have very little outside contact,
Yeah.
stay closed up. So when we shut down, what was everyone doing? What was going on at that time, you know?
Well, I know for me, I was working, just doing a normal 9 to 5. I didn't think it was going to really be a big deal. I remember my boss said to me, "Oh, no, this is going to be huge. Where everything's going to shut down. This is big." And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And then the next thing you know, they were telling us, "You all have to go and work from home." So they sent us home, that was good because at least I was still working. And we went home to work, and then we had to readjust everything. We weren't sure what was going to happen with the company. They didn't seem very they seemed so unsure about what was going to happen to us. So they just said, "Go home and work, and we're just going to wing it and go from there." And so I wasn't sure. I was thinking, am I going to have a job? Am I going to be affected? Is my health going to be affected? What's going to happen? It was just a big question mark. So lots of watching the news, lots of just staying in front of the TV. What's happening next? What's happening next? And I think that's good for our topic today because I felt so disempowered, and we're talking about personal empowerment. Those first few months of shutdown, I felt very disempowered, almost outside of my usual spirituality, and just my personal power. I felt so I felt lost and very unsure.
I agree. That was a sense that I felt. I felt a sense of loss. I actually was not working, but I was just getting ready to go out to start working.
Mhm.
And when this happened, of course, the job was lost. There was no more job to go to.
Right.
And then I'm a bit of a control freak. So when that hit me, I was like, oh, okay, all right. I realized I had to relax because I'm not in control. I didn't even know what to be in control, try to be in control of, because we didn't know what we were dealing with, right?
Yeah.
But all I knew was, okay, we stay within our home, they said, no contact with anyone, not even with family at that point. So at that time, I was home with one of my grandchildren. I'm a grandmother. So that ended up being when my daughter decided, well, I'm going to leave my son with you. You guys stay there and we won't have any contact. And so that's how we played it. We winged it too, day by day, watching the news. Never watched so much news and television in my entire life.
Exactly.
I don't think I could, even asleep, I had one of the just in case something important announcement.
Yeah.
But, it's amazing because from 2020, about March to now, it was like a fast uphill ride, like a roller coaster ride straight up,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And here we are now.
Yes.
And it's almost like you're looking back and still trying to figure out, okay, it's 2021, we made it through this, but what did we make it through? Because it's been so much so fast, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then at the same time, okay, where am I right now? And what am I doing? And gathering ourselves, which is what our topic is so perfect for, because we're trying to gather ourselves to empower ourselves
Yeah.
again and move forward.
Yeah. When you said, what have we overcome? If we really sit and get quiet and get centered and think about it, I think we'll all be proud of ourselves, you know. And it's a test in human strength. This has been, you have to go through things like this to transform. And I think our society, our world, sort of we collectively have decided we're moving to the next level. We're evolving. We're ascending to the next level. I think spiritually, I'm very spiritual, and it takes these kinds of challenges to get us there. So there's always a silver lining. I know that's hard, but I know that I'm a different person. I know I'm much stronger. I feel much more confident, actually. You know, I was able to accomplish some things during that time. Even getting other employment, you know, not for reasons of the pandemic, but and just ended up getting another job, which was very much a surprise to me considering the times we were in. But this all to me as a whole is a big transformative event for the world. And so there's seriously a silver lining there. And we can all look at ourselves, we can pat ourselves on the back and say, we made it through. And it's really the mindset that gets us through, because what's programmed in our minds, we're either negative or positive, and then we live in the reality of that based on basically just our thinking. It's all in our mind.
You're absolutely right, Cherise. It has definitely been a journey of inner transformation. Even if we realized it or not, or was trying to do it, we all was made to go through an inner transformation.
Yes.
And a transformation as well as humankind, because this is something that we've been dealing with worldwide. Individually, each and every one of our efforts is involved, regardless if we realize it or not, or want to or not, we still are part of the puzzle. And it's been amazing, different aspects of our lives. We can all, I'm sure, share, and still there's even more. But spiritually, I agree, we have all been on a spiritual quest, a part of that inner transformation of really getting to know ourselves, realizing who we are, and capture the essence and core, and working on that and cleansing that and changing and transforming that to what we want it to be, to carry ourselves to where we are now, be it relationships, be it health, be it everything. So
yeah, definitely. For me, relationships were challenged, employment was challenged, finances, just worrying about it, being separated from my family. I haven't seen my mother in 15 months, but just by caution. But yeah, and there was an emptiness there, but everything is an opportunity. So this situation is an opportunity. What can we do right now? What is this situation giving us the opportunity to do? And a lot of people have said it. I'm sure a lot of people have heard this. We were able to finally get rid of a lot of outside noise. We're at home now. Center ourselves, think more, actually just be able to think about the state of our lives, our relationships, everything. I did a lot of soul searching. I'm still doing it. I'll finally get to see my mother on Mother's Day. And it will just be a different version of me in that short period of time. Because I said, well, if these challenges are happening, there's something that we can get, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. So, yeah. But there was definitely an empty time that I felt.
I think this has, COVID has really created an opportunity where we have all been made to grow. We have all have been made to explore who we are, what we're capable of, and things that we didn't even realize we were capable of, that we're
Yes.
just growing and developing. And it's because we've had to center on ourselves and deal with ourselves. And so it's almost like having mirrors
All around us.
right? All the time.
Exactly. That is perfect.
And because of that, we could see all these different aspects, inner side, right? In more, in what. And it has been so wonderful because there's a lot of self-love, I think, has been going on that we weren't giving to ourselves, a lot of nourishment as well. We want to change things that we didn't realize maybe that needed some attention. We're able to give that now.
Yeah.
And develop that. And then I think also too, appreciation, more about ourselves and how resilient we have been and how strong we are, as well as appreciation of loved ones and friends.
Yes.
And because not having that contact, like you say, with your mother for 15 months, not being able to, texting and Zooming, we are so fortunate. Telephones, we have all the technology.
Yeah.
Physical touch, physical contact is the main touch that we all need. Us don't realize, we think we can do it alone. We're an island by ourselves, but no, we need human touch. It's very healing. It's very encouraging. And not having that is just been excruciating, but it's made us also grow and appreciate, I think. So
yeah.
That's something I think that's been very, very beautiful, making a negative into a positive. Because like you said, it's all into the attitude. No matter what it is, the opportunity is always there. It's up to us to pick it up. Run and go and develop with it, right?
Well, I know when I was ill, I would, I guess, say had a milder version of COVID. But I used that as an opportunity to lose a bit of weight because I wanted to lose weight, and my appetite was gone for a few days. So then I realized, oh, okay, I haven't eaten that much in the last few days. I'm doing okay, because I was having some issue. It'd be like, seriously, like food addiction to handle my stress. So, okay, I haven't eaten that much for the last few days, and I'm still here and I'm doing okay. So I said, okay, so let me try to reduce my calories and keep going. And that's one example of, okay, this happened. I lost my appetite. Okay, what can I do? And I ended up in the end feeling better because I lost a little bit of weight. So there's always something that we can do to better our situation. And the sort of yin and yang thing that happens. We move in and out of one extreme, and then we have certain things going on, and then we have to balance that. So it automatically starts going to the other side, and we just kind of go back and forth like that. So the things that maybe people had to address in their lives have the opportunity to do it because of this past challenging year. And I think that some of the people I've talked to said they've had forced change happen and they feel better. They're happier for it,
I think I agree with you. And I know people that I've been talking to as well, including us. We've been able to really appreciate the outdoors more, the nature, because we've had to stay to ourselves. And if you do have people inside with you, that little bubble, that was your only contact if you're lucky and fortunate to have family within you. I had my grandson for most of the time, but now he's with his mother. So it was really a great time to really do things together with him. We even were able to do things, repairs, little stuff in the house that he could help me with.
Bonding, yes.
You know, that wonderful bonding and growing together in that respect. And then, and that was really beautiful because we had recently lost my husband, his grandfather, who used to do many of those chores and things. And so he
Mm-hmm.
stepped up and wanted to start doing them. So that was really beautiful. And then we ended up being able to go outside together where we could do walks and he could ride his bike and we could explore nature more. And that has been so wonderful. And I think many people I talk to as well, they've been able to have an opportunity where they've been able to go outdoors more and keep their distance from each other and enjoy being outdoors, enjoy walking and running and bike riding and doing things with their immediate, you know, bubble, the family that they live with. And that's been something that many people had not been closed up inside. They were too busy with other things that they were not able to do this. So a lot of wonderful pluses, like you say, health-wise too. It's always good to ground yourself outdoors, you know? So that's
Do you think that maybe in some weird way we ended up getting closer to people because we're living in this technological age? And so we're doing a lot of Zooming and, you know, we talk about, you know, we being the ages that we are, how when we were kids, we used to run outside and play. And the kids don't do that as much anymore and stuff like that. You know, we kind of see a different world now where it's so technologically, technology is the forefront.
Yes.
So we kind of look at like people aren't close anymore. Now I know COVID kind of separated us, but in a sense, it gave us a longing, I think, to be closer with people and to be around people. And because I think technology kind of separated us out.
Well, I think I absolutely, I do feel that way. I do believe, first of all, everything we create, regardless if we realize it or not, purposely or not, our energy, because we're all one with the entire universe, regardless. If we believe it or not, we're all one with the universe, with all our energy creates. And whenever there's pandemics and things like this, it comes from our creation, you know? And so we all have a purpose in that. So because of that, we all have a purpose where we can overcome it together as well.
Yeah.
And, but I do believe, yes, you're right. The biggest thing that has come out of this, I think the biggest benefit and appreciation for all of us that we have to really say thank you to is we were losing so much touch with each other, not because we wanted to, because life is so fast paced. Everybody's working. Today in the world, it takes basically both partners, mother and father, working.
Yes.
So busy. So because of that, we've lost real heart-to-heart contact. A lot of families do not even eat meals together.
Right.
We always ate meals together, all our meals, even though we were, you know, and today that's not the way. So because of what's happened, we've been together. We've been, even with Zoom, even with the texting, we have to pay more attention to each other. We listen to each other. We see each other. Because of that, our ears are stretched more and our sight at each other. So that has really brought us more closer, more aware. And the bond that we were losing now is coming together.
Yes. And I'm enjoying that, you know, because you get so self-absorbed in doing your thing. And then when something hits, it slows us down. Then we can stop and think and realize, oh my goodness, I have lost touch with so-and-so, or I haven't checked in with them. I've been so wrapped up in myself. Even us, I mean, you and I have been friends for very many decades now. And, you know, phone calls. I remember years ago, we would talk a lot longer on the phone. And then things just get going, you know, you're into your, I'm out, I'm spending all this time with my boyfriend and I'm working and I'm focusing on, I have these goals I need to reach and all of this and not slowing down. And so this has been just a really good bonding period, I think.
You're absolutely right. It's so funny when you talk about how many years we've known each other. It's been decades. You're absolutely right. I mean, my kids were little, you know, and now they're grown.
Yeah.
They're parents now. They have children.
Yes.
And I remember
That's so true. It's been a lot of years.
exactly. But you know, it's so funny because I have some friends too, and I do it too. I'm guilty of it, where they'll say, okay, I'm going to schedule you in on my calendar. Let me write this down. We're going to get together and we're going to
Yeah.
talk on this day. And that's how busy we have become. People have done, it's just like families in the same household. When they're sitting down, maybe in the same room, they all have their computer or their phones.
Or the phone is out.
Everyone's doing something. No one's together watching television.
Right. And we're supposed to be eating. We're supposed to be.
They may be eating the same food, but they're in different rooms or different areas
Yeah.
of the room.
Yeah.
And we do not mean to be doing this, but because of life, we just got so caught up in the move, fast pace of life. And this is our dailies. But COVID, the beauty of COVID, we're all worldwide. I mean, that is phenomenal when you think worldwide, not just the country, not just one little state,
Yeah.
worldwide. We are
That puts us all in the same mental place.
exactly. We're in the same mental place. We're in the same spot. We're dealing with the same pandemic. How beautiful, how powerful that is. If that's not empowerment,
Yeah. Yeah.
able to do this and have this mission individually.
Yeah.
We are such powerful individuals. We have yet to tap into that real power.
All of our consciousness together, that is very powerful.
Yes.
For change.
Yeah. And you know, it's so wonderful. Here we are doing this show. This is what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
That power, becoming aware and helping others to become aware, you know, and each individual, we all have different things that we're dealing with that we need to bring out that energy, that realization, and power with it, right? And here we are now. This is how we've come about. Let's do this show.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is the purpose, what we're trying to share and encourage others and help others. Right?
And your reality is based on how you think. You know, your thoughts and your feelings basically create your reality. So if you're having struggles with anything, it can be changed by making a decision and really feeling it, visualizing it, saying affirmations, making a decision is going to be different. And when you get into that mindset and that emotional place, you can change anything, you know. So I think it's a test. It's a test of our personal empowerment, you know, and getting out of victim mode. And that's hard. You think about something that we've been through here for the last year. It's really hard not to, you know, to say we've all been victimized by this. But I'm going to be a renegade and say it's not victimization. It's not, because it shows us what kind of power we have to change our circumstances.
One thing I have learned, and I'm not as old as many other people, but one thing I have learned and watched people before me that are older, and some of them are gone now, whenever anything comes into our life, it's a wake up. It's a wake up mentally. It's a wake up call. And then at that point, because that exists, we definitely can overcome it. We can transform it.
Yeah.
That's something I have learned. No matter what it is that you that comes into your life that you have to tackle, you know, it is an opportunity that you can overcome. It is, and create even more from it. But like you said, it is up to us to first of all accept that, to recognize that, you know, and then from that point, when we do that, that's almost like half or more of the battle.
That is.
At that point, whatever we need to do, we start doing, because we start getting into mode and gear and action.
Yeah.
Already to resolving that, to overcoming that, to breaking through that, not just to go through it, but to break through it.
To break through it. Yeah.
And you're creating something even greater from it.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's really about making a decision
That's
about
right.
what it is you really want, and
Yeah.
then creating that by focusing on that with mentally, emotionally, feeling like you already have it. And these are things that have been, discussed for a long time now all over the internet and
That's
everything,
right.
but really just feeling like I have it. This is what I want, and I have it mentally, emotionally, and you're there. And then it will, it's like the law, it's a universal law. It has to show up. Your reality is really created by you. So I think that's a big, our biggest point with this show.
Yes. It's all mind, body, and spirit. You know,
All
once you
connected.
decide it, once you make that decision, the body, the spirit, the energy, it all
Yeah.
goes. You're absolutely right, and you don't even realize it, but you're doing it. You're literally
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
And that, if that is such an empowerment, such a great actuality, you know, that you're actually doing that. You're physically, mentally, emotionally, you are moving, you are doing it.
Yeah.
And that's where we are now. That's
And
how
that's cause for celebration right there, because we realize that we are doing it. We are creating the circumstances that we're in.
we did
Um,
here,
mhm.
2021, April 25, by just waking up. We got here through nonstop, consistent global effort. All,
Yes.
all of us taking responsibility, all of us moving. We
And people coming together.
That's right. That's what this is. All
It
together.
caused us to actually come together, even though we're separated and can't go out and blah, blah.
Right.
But consciously, we all came together. How do we solve this? How do we move forward? How do we save our world, make it better, and keep going?
Some people who do not believe in what we're dealing with, even some people who speak negatively about it, they, even though they don't realize it, they also too are making movement with us. We are all moving together. It's like a great big wave, and we're all a drop of the ocean, right? You know,
Yes, yes, yes.
thing that we talk a lot in our philosophy, which is Buddhism. And I tell you, not you cannot do that without each drop of water. We all make the great ocean. We all
Yeah.
serve a purpose. Even the people that act negative, we're all unified. We're all moving together, you know?
And that's that. I've read that before, where it's a good example of how we're all one.
That's
If you
right.
just take, because if you take a glass,
That's right.
dip it in there,
Mm-hmm.
if you got ocean, and then you take a glass and dip it in there, what is in the cup or in the glass? Ocean. So you're just that,
Yes.
you're that part that has been scooped out. We're all the same thing. We're all united. We're all one thing. And when big things like this happen and unifies the planet, then we have realizations that we are united. There's so many things that have united us,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm happy about that, because I have a consciousness that is about unity. We're all one thing.
Yes.
We're all one human race. We're all one. All life on this planet really is
That's right.
one thing.
That's right. You know, we're all the same regardless, and we all have the same needs. We all have the same desires. And regardless where we are, that does not matter your income or what kind of house you have and cars you drive. We all have the same needs, desires, you know, wants, and we all will be going to the same place. We all are going in the same direction.
In the same direction. Yeah. And we're going to evolve no matter what,
Right.
because that's really the point of life, is growth. And so these things come along, all of our personal problems and things come along for growth. Even if you feel like you're hit out of left field with something and you're like, I didn't deserve this. I didn't see this coming, or but it's in the end, it's all love, really,
It is all
because it's for your personal growth.
right.
Um, yeah. So
It's so funny because you're absolutely right. It's all about loving each other. It's all about coming together. It's unity,
yes.
all coming together. And, you know, and that's why no matter if it's bad or good, look at how still we come together. even the negative, it brings us together.
It brings us together no matter, yeah,
So
positive and negative.
exactly. So, and what's going on now, which is our fortune, it's really our fortune. And that's why I'm really starting to grow more with appreciation. Doesn't mean I'm not having challenges, and sometimes I get up and I'm like, ugh. But no,
Yeah.
I appreciate because we have the opportunities of growth, of moving forward unified, and really helping each other with that growth and spiritually, emotionally, mentally feeding each other. And I tell you, it is just absolutely, sometimes I sit here and I just feel so much appreciation, despite how hard it is, but I really do appreciate because I can feel myself growing. And I, and I just really enjoy it. It's just,
So can I.
yeah,
Yeah, I can.
almost walking, I feel like I'm walking through a field of wildflowers, and exploring and learning so much and enjoying the beauty at the same time. And you have the smell as well as the beauty and everything. But I think this is just an amazing time for human beings, for all of us. And I think what we're realizing is still a small part, but
Yeah.
we are definitely going into a higher level, a next level. We are definitely learning appreciation of each other.
Yeah.
That's one of
Yeah.
the greatest lessons we are going, and really embracing with love,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And we really hope the goal of this show is to just literally empower people to know that you create your own reality. Um, I have been I have been in knowledge of this for over 20 years. Doesn't mean that I wake up every morning
Yes.
practicing it, but there are days where it's like I create my own reality, right? Look at this mess, right? But it is the truth. And it's like we have that. I was watching something earlier on TV that was talking about, or YouTube, that was talking about the subconscious mind. And that's what we run on, that subconscious mind. So consciously, we may be thinking, oh, yeah, that's right. I have all this power. I'm going to make a decision. It's going to happen. I have it in my mind. I'm saying affirmations. I'm visualizing it. But subconsciously, we're programmed, There was something that said, when we're children, we are a sponge until we're 7. So we're not thinking, we're just absorbing.
Yeah.
And what we're absorbing goes into the subconscious. And then that's how we operate. We're operating on our subconscious beliefs. And then so consciously, whatever's coming in, we're thinking, oh, yeah, I believe that, or I'm this kind of person, or whatever. And then you realize what's in your subconscious mind, it's not that. It might be the total opposite. And you're wondering, why can't I accomplish X, Y, and Z? But the subconscious mind is like what is actually running you. And so to change that, meditation, visualization, affirmations over and over and over again to change your reality, because what's going on in your subconscious mind is
That's right.
we've just absorbed so much negative stuff. But I think when we're children, our parents and teachers and aunts, uncles, whoever programs us,
Yeah.
they're just doing they're doing the best they can with what they know and trying to protect us. And so we run on the program. And it really is. It's similar to the technology going on today. Our mind, I guess, is like a computer, our brain.
Exactly.
And so it runs on programming.
Yeah. People forget all the time. The mind, it's a muscle. It's a muscle. You
Yes.
have to always keep working it. So you have to keep flexing it. And exactly what you said. So how do we do it? In other words, we have to reprogram it. So we have to put new habits, create
Yes.
new thoughts, replace it. And that is how we start doing those new things, and that become what we have.
Yes.
And then the other stuff that we don't want gets totally dissolved.
Yeah. And it sinks into that subconscious, and then you just start running on that program.
Exactly. It's like habits. Yep.
Yep.
People, they always say, oh, well, I'm going to break this habit. Well, what are you going to replace it with? First of all, you have to definitely consciously make that commitment, that determination. And then what do you replace it with? Because you're going to have something to replace, or you're going to have that hunger for it,
Yeah.
You're going to automatically
Yes.
go to it. So when you replace it, you will start going to that and doing that. And as you continue that, that will become the new habit, and that is where we are today. I think we have almost like a blank canvas.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
we can create on that canvas whatever reality we want globally. And that's
Exactly. Exactly.
See, it's very rare times where everyone's on the same page, on the same starting point. But now we are, and when you're in that kind of spot, it's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
And I've read before many times in different writings where, and even Buddhism talks about it, where when you have that opportunity, that is where everything can totally be created from that point onward,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want it to be. That's why those opportunities of impossible things that you never thought you could achieve or make happen, this is the time. This is the time, people.
Sure is.
Whatever it is that you've been wanting to do that you thought, I don't know if I can do it, if I'm capable of, I know I'll have the knowledge or the means. This is the time. You have it, because what it is that you have yourself right where you're at, this is where you can do it. You sit down.
And we're lucky because technology,
Yes.
because in a way, technology is good.
Yes.
And it's helped us because you talk about being on the same page globally.
Yes.
All we have to do is turn on the television. The news spreads across the whole world like that, the internet, everything, right? So we all get the knowledge at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of puts us on the same page. Like the news doesn't have to, travel for weeks or months or whatever. It's immediate. So the technology has helped us to all be of like kind of one mind and to deal with the crisis that has happened in the past year.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of things that people criticize technology, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Technology is our best friend. It really is, because we have instant connection, communication worldwide, and that is so powerful and that is so great. I'm just very excited because I think 2021 is just, it's like we're almost like at ground zero now for what we want to create the world to be from this point onward. And I think we are so in the same mind frame where we all want better. We all want better,
Mm-hmm.
and we're wonderful. And we all have such greatness in us ready, and the energy and the desire to do it and create it. I just see, things moving even quicker, but in the right direction. I really do. I'm very excited. I really am.
I am too. Yeah. It's, I just feel more connected, like I said.
Yes.
So I feel a lot more courageous too,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a very sensitive person. And so things affect me, things going on the outside affect me in a big way. Like, oh my God, look, I feel it all. I feel all of the stress, all of the people's pain, all of people's anger, all of, so I have found that I've been able to handle it better. Just feeling more connected to people because I know we're on kind of all the same page and we're helping each other. It really brings out the humanitarian side of people. We're helping each other and it's more selfless. And, I really, that's perfect for me. I love that.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you, Cherise. I think that's something that has opened up in many people. It's opened up their hearts where they realize they're not as selfish as they thought they were. They're not totally one-sided. They are really open, and they have so much heart and compassion. They just
Yes.
didn't know how to open and how to,
Mhm.
utilize it. But now the opportunities are here. And I'm a very touchy person like you too. I feel everything too. And I have a little Buddha statue, actually, a couple of them in my house, where I have the crying Buddha who feels everyone's pain. So it cries and sheds
Yes.
the tears for everyone so that others don't have to, hurt. And, it's so funny because I think this has opened up everyone in that respect. I really do. And that's why I think we have such a great future. And because of that, the heart that is open, the heart, mind, body, and spirit, I think has come as one. It's one now. And it's not just individually, but it's worldwide. We're one. And
Mhm.
that is so powerful. That is great.
Yes.
That is the purpose, I really believe, of COVID. I really do. That is,
Yeah. There's
that
a higher purpose.
it's definitely a higher purpose, but we have created that too. See, I think that's where many people are starting to realize we created it.
We sure did.
That is our mirror image. That's our shadow.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I know that may be kind of foreign concept to absorb,
Yes.
but we do. We create our own reality. So we did create this for the purposes of growth.
Exactly. I hope people listening and watching us will be able to share their thoughts and ideas, as well as explore things that they're feeling, and be able to communicate with us, where we can also dialogue and even help, you to even, bring about and maybe deal with things that you're trying to understand and achieve and attain through, our experiences, what we have been going through.
Well, you can send us an email at breakthroughtogethernow@gmail.com. That is our email address. We will be doing this podcast on a regular basis, hopefully being able to interact with you. You can always leave us comments on the YouTube page, and please like our videos, and please subscribe to our channel. And we will just keep bringing this to you. As the name says, breakthrough together. We're all in this together. And I guess we will see everybody next time. We'll be regularly posting. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And thank you, Linda.
Thank you so much. Everyone, enjoy your day. And thank you so much. See you soon again.
Bye-bye.